Hi, welcome to the quiz. You can answer along on quizalto.com, all for free. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started. Good luck. What is a key advantage of using AWS Transit Gateway for routing network traffic? Decreased visibility into network traffic patterns. Centralized management of routing tables. Limited routing options for network connectivity. Higher latency for data transmission. A key advantage of using AWS Transit Gateway for routing network traffic is centralized management of routing tables, allowing for efficient routing decisions and streamlined network connectivity. What feature of AWS Transit Gateway allows for the sharing of routing tables across connected networks? Instance tenancy. Route propagation. Security groups. Elastic IP addresses. AWS Transit Gateway allows for the sharing of routing tables across connected networks through route propagation, making it easier to manage and scale large networks. What is one benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway for hybrid cloud environments? Enhanced user authentication. Improved data storage efficiency. Higher server operating speeds. Seamless integration between cloud and on-premises resources. AWS Transit Gateway provides a benefit of seamless integration between cloud and on-premises resources in hybrid cloud environments, allowing for secure and efficient connectivity between different networks. What is a benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway? Centralized network management. Improved website load times. Increased database performance. Reduced storage costs. Using AWS Transit Gateway provides a benefit of centralized network management, simplifying network connectivity across multiple VPCs and on-premises networks. What is the role of the Transit Gateway prefix list in AWS Transit Gateway? Enforce strict user access controls. Organize IP address blocks for routing purposes. Optimize network latency. Manage database replication. The Transit Gateway prefix list in AWS Transit Gateway is used to organize IP address blocks for routing purposes, enabling efficient routing decisions based on IP address ranges. What is a benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway for routing traffic between multiple networks? Increasing network complexity for data transfer. Efficient network traffic routing and connectivity. Limiting the routing options for network communication. Higher costs for network bandwidth. A benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway for routing traffic between multiple networks is efficient network traffic routing and connectivity, enabling seamless data transfer and streamlined network operations. Which AWS service integrates with AWS Transit Gateway to provide additional network detection and response capabilities? Amazon CloudFront. Amazon VPC Traffic Mirroring. Amazon S3. Amazon RDS. Amazon VPC Traffic Mirroring integrates with AWS Transit Gateway to allow for additional network detection and response capabilities, enabling monitoring and analysis of network traffic. What is the purpose of the Transit Gateway multicast feature in AWS Transit Gateway? To encrypt data in transit across networks. To automate serverless function deployments. To enable efficient multicast traffic distribution between VPCs and on-premises networks. To manage container orchestration workflows. The Transit Gateway multicast feature in AWS Transit Gateway enables efficient multicast traffic distribution between VPCs and on-premises networks, supporting applications that require multicast communication. What is the recommended method to secure data in transit between AWS Transit Gateway and on-premises networks? Increasing the network latency between connections. Implementing SSL encryption for all traffic. Using IPsec VPN connections. Utilizing network access control lists. The recommended method to secure data in transit between AWS Transit Gateway and on-premises networks is by using IPsec VPN connections, enabling secure and encrypted communication channels for data transfer. What is a consideration when implementing AWS Transit Gateway inter-region peering for cross-region connectivity? Increasing latency for inter-region communication. Ensuring private connectivity between VPCs in different AWS regions. Disabling route propagation across different regions. Limiting the bandwidth for cross-region data transfer. A consideration when implementing AWS Transit Gateway inter-region peering for cross-region connectivity is ensuring private connectivity between VPCs in different AWS regions, enabling secure and efficient communication across regions. What is a feature of AWS Transit Gateway multicast support in network communications? Enabling efficient distribution of data to multiple recipients. Reducing the number of network participants. Introducing network bottlenecks for data distribution. Limiting data transfer to a single recipient. A feature of AWS Transit Gateway multicast support in network communications is enabling efficient distribution of data to multiple recipients, facilitating scalable multicast communication and data transfer across different network environments. What is a characteristic of AWS Transit Gateway when handling network connections? Support for dynamic routing only. Support for up to 5,000 VPC connections per transit gateway. Support for only one VPC connection per transit gateway. Limitation on the number of network devices attached to the transit gateway. A characteristic of AWS Transit Gateway when handling network connections is support for up to 5,000 VPC connections per transit gateway, allowing for scalability and flexibility in network connectivity. What is the function of the association feature in AWS Transit Gateway for network configurations? To provision elastic IP addresses for network interfaces. To manage network access control lists for VPC traffic. To associate route tables with specific attachments for routing control. To create subnets for connected networks. The association feature in AWS Transit Gateway is used to associate route tables with specific attachments, providing routing control and defining how network traffic flows between connected networks. What is the function of the Transit Gateway route table in AWS Transit Gateway? Monitor network latency. Optimize database queries. Manage instance backups. Control network traffic routing. The Transit Gateway route table in AWS Transit Gateway is used to control network traffic routing, allowing users to define and manage the paths for data transmission across the network. How can traffic between VPCs and on-premises networks be controlled in AWS Transit Gateway? Configuring DNS settings. Encrypting data at rest. Using route tables. Monitoring CPU usage. Traffic between VPCs and on-premises networks in AWS Transit Gateway can be controlled using route tables to define the paths and rules for network traffic. What is a key advantage of leveraging AWS Transit Gateway for VPN connections in network architecture? Increased latency for VPN traffic. Simplified setup and management of VPN connectivity. Reduced compatibility with existing VPN solutions. Limitation on the number of VPN connections. A key advantage of leveraging AWS Transit Gateway for VPN connections in network architecture is simplified setup and management of VPN connectivity, providing flexibility and ease of use in configuring VPN connections within the network infrastructure. What is a benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway for managing network communication between VPCs? Limiting the bandwidth between VPCs. Introducing network delays for VPC communication. Reducing network visibility for data transfer. Centralized management and monitoring of network traffic. One benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway for managing network communication between VPCs is centralized management and monitoring of network traffic, enabling efficient data routing and visibility into network patterns. What is the purpose of the Transit Gateway attachment in AWS Transit Gateway? Enabling multi-factor authentication. Connecting a VPC or VPN to the Transit Gateway. Optimizing database performance. Encrypting data in transit. The Transit Gateway attachment in AWS Transit Gateway is used to connect a VPC or VPN to the Transit Gateway, establishing the necessary network connections. What is the benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway with AWS Direct Connect Gateway? Streamlined connection to multiple AWS regions. Increased memory allocation. Automated backup of network data. Enhanced querying capabilities. AWS Transit Gateway offers the benefit of a streamlined connection to multiple AWS regions when used in conjunction with AWS Direct Connect Gateway, allowing for efficient and secure connectivity across different regions. What is the purpose of the VPN bandwidth license in AWS Transit Gateway? Determining the bandwidth limit for VPN connections. Optimizing database performance. Creating IAM policies. Managing DNS resolution. The VPN bandwidth license in AWS Transit Gateway is used to determine the bandwidth limit for VPN connections, allowing users to control and allocate the appropriate network resources for VPN traffic. What is the purpose of Transit Gateway Multicast in AWS Transit Gateway? Optimizing database queries. Encrypting network traffic. Blocking specific IP addresses. Supporting applications that require multicast traffic. Transit Gateway Multicast in AWS Transit Gateway is designed to support applications that require multicast traffic by efficiently distributing data to multiple receivers. What is a key advantage of using AWS Transit Gateway for connecting on-premises networks to the cloud? Seamless integration and management of hybrid network environments. Higher costs for network connectivity. Limited bandwidth for data transfer. Increased network bottlenecks for traffic flow. A key advantage of using AWS Transit Gateway for connecting on-premises networks to the cloud is seamless integration and management of hybrid network environments, allowing for efficient communication between on-premises and cloud resources. What is the purpose of the Transit Gateway Multicast domain in AWS Transit Gateway? Defines multicast groups and sources. Configures network firewalls. Monitors CPU usage. Optimizes storage performance. The Transit Gateway Multicast domain in AWS Transit Gateway defines multicast groups and sources, allowing for the efficient distribution of multicast traffic to designated receivers. What is the primary benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway? Centralized management of network connections. Higher cost for network connectivity. Limited scalability. Increased latency for network traffic. The primary benefit of AWS Transit Gateway is centralized management of network connections, making it easier to scale and manage connectivity across multiple VPCs. What is a benefit of using AWS Transit Gateway with Global Accelerator? Enhanced data encryption. Easy management of IAM policies. Improved network performance for international users. Accelerated database backups. Using AWS Transit Gateway with Global Accelerator provides a benefit of improved network performance for international users by optimizing the routing and delivery of network traffic. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and, if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.